President Trump is planning to announce a ban on bump stocks. These, of course, came into focus after the shooting in Las Vegas. They make semi-automatic weapons shoot really like a fully automatic one. Let's get a little more insight on this from our friend Matt Larosiere from Young Voices, who's here with us on 5 6:30. Matt, good to see you again.
Hey, good to see you, Jim.
Okay, so here's the deal. This is something that really we heard a lot about after the Las Vegas shooting, because that's what the gunman, Stephen Paddock, said. He had these bump stocks. And you even had President Trump saying he was looking into banning these. Apparently, we have something on the horizon where the president may actually carry through with that. But there are people, there's a train of thought. You have this train of thought that it really, A, won't do anything, and B, is going to get tossed out in court.
Well, yeah. So what the issue is that after the shooting happened, there was a big push to try to ban these devices through Congress, which is the way it legally should be done. Nothing came of that. And the president, seeking political expediency or for whatever other reason, said, well, I'm going to try to do it myself. And he ordered his Department of Justice to basically read the law that's on the book, the law that regulates machine guns, and says, you see where it says machine gun? Make it include bump stocks. Although for the past 80 years, that definition has not included things like bump stocks. It's not included things like Gatling guns. So you can buy a Gatling gun all you want. The crank-operated old-school guns, no problem. But now Trump is ordering them to do a 180, and you just can't do that. The law says one thing. You have to follow what it says. If you want to make a change, you have to change the law. You can't just do it unanimously like that.
This was one of the rare issues where you saw people on the left, and you had, at least, as you mentioned, President Trump, agreeing on something here. But as a legal standard, if this goes to court, the idea here is that it's not going to really last too long.
No, it's not. But also, I'd like to point out that as a practical matter, although there was bipartisan agreement, it's not because it was rational. This agreement is based on a flawed perception that the faster a gun can possibly shoot, the more deadly it is. That's not the case. In fact, it may be that bump stocks are less deadly because of the way the cone of fire is thrown off from where the weapon is aimed. There is no evidence that a bump stock makes a weapon any more lethal than a semi-automatic weapon. In fact, I would probably suggest that it makes it slightly less lethal, although we don't have enough data to prove that for sure. There is still no evidence, no real reason to cause a huge push to change the policy in this area and add one more thing to the list of things that can get you thrown in prison for owning.
We did hear, I believe, the NRA and several other organizations came out afterwards, and they opposed this idea. And some people were saying this was a matter of making it harder for the disabled, for the differently abled, to use guns in the first place, because in some cases bump stocks are used as a way to help them fire a gun. Is that accurate?
I'm not aware of anything like that. As far as I'm aware, the bump stock is a practically ineffective novelty toy used to blast away ammo at the range. But blasting away ammo at the range is a lawful use, and it's something that's protected by the Second Amendment. So you can't just ban it without going through proper due process of law.
So how long is this whole process going to take for the president to really carry through with this ban and for the court proceedings to happen?
Well, we're going to see something happen within the next few days, most likely. And then what's going to happen is that a bunch of groups are going to sue the administration. And we're probably going to see then an injunction placed, which is going to bar enforcement of this rule. I can say this probably isn't going to be resolved, all said and done, for several years.
Okay, well, we know what the pace is. Some of these court cases move about. Matt Larosiere, always good to see you.